Okay, so I finally finished the seventh guest. Well, the 13th doll. The last one I could get to work in the seventh guest. Unfortunately, the 11th hour just could not get it to record in OBS. So we're moving on. And this is called Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. I don't know too much about it, but I saw a playthrough on YouTube and it looked pretty fun. So we're going to give it a shot. Episode 1, The First Turnabout. Play. Also, I'm playing again with my keyboard because it didn't support my controller. Unfortunately, just an Xbox controller, which is stupid. Who plays Xbox? Damn it, why me? I can't get caught, not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Phoenix. Boy, am I nervous. Right. It's Mia. It's kind of weird that there aren't voice actors, so I feel like I just have to read everything or what? I don't know. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Was that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah, sigh. Butz. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. Can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz, my best friend since grade school, who is sweating profusely. School had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. What the fuck? In 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Judge, court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Judge is not impressed. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hand shaking. Eyesight fading. Test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butz. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's, wait, oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Oh my god. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Okay, so I'm supposed to look at the court record. It's my attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7:31, between 4 and 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. What is profiles? Oh, everyone I've met so far, I guess. So Mia Fey, age 27, chief attorney at Fey & Co., my boss and a very good defense attorney. The defendant, age 23, likable guy who's been my friend since grade school. This is the victim, Cindy Stone, age 22. A model, she lived in an apartment by herself. And Winston Payne is the prosecutor for this case, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his point across, age 52. Okay, so I'm gonna go back, and her name is Cinderblock. No, Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Sydney Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Wright just told us the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Okay. The statue is rather heavy. Added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. I just want to look at the court record. Okay, so it just added it next to my autopsy report. And then ours profile, so that's all the people I've met. Okay. All right, first witness. Prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. It's a lot of reading. Payne, ahem, Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Cringe. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. Yikes. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I won't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Okay, the victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. Victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Oh boy. Daddy's sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Okay, so do we want to wait and see what happens or stop him from answering? I think he seems a little bit like a loose cannon, so I'm going to say stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof, wins. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That she and she dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Heh, well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? uh, have him answer honestly or stop him from answering. I'm gonna have him answer. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butz. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying. Uh-oh. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Not looking good. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sowit to the stand. Mr. Sowit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sowit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1:00 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawait used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, this is it, the real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? While you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Wait, was I supposed to... Oh no! Wait, I want to go back. Is there a way to go back? Uh... So I can't... I don't want to present. Page back. Oh no, I think I screwed up. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. To a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. What does Q do? Okay, this is what I want here. Court record. Time of death. Between 4 and 5. So he said it was 1 p.m. Are you absolutely 100% positive? Yes, it was him. No mistake about it. The witness says he's certain. That's all of it? There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Examine the court record with tab if something strikes you as being suspicious. Okay. I found it. So it's the time. So let's go back to the time. Where is it? Here we go. So this is the lie. Q? 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m. Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Okay. Present this. We're going to present this because it has the time of death. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. And the autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh, this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sowit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Do you care to give your testimony again? We're giving him another chance to lie some more. All right, the time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There's a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right, you know what to do. I've got this one. Cross-examination, the time of discovery. Okay. Well, you just watch it. Not much point pressing him on that one, was there? I guess I'm supposed to pick. This is supposed to pick what I want to. Oh, wasn't the power out? Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There's only one large television. Right? Can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. The power outage. Right here. Electricity was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Something about hearing the television. The witnesses testified he heard the time. We're gonna present. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. This record proves it. You couldn't have heard a TV or a video. Gah. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sowett? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sowett, court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sowett. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. What lies next? Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. All right, well, this is a statue. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. All right, so I'm gonna press. This is a damn lie. The murder weapon. Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. You doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. I'm gonna present. This is the murder weapon. Present. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sowett. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. Oh shit. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. Because it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Hmm. I don't know. Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Okay, that's what I was thinking. That's where I was going with it. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment or knew the victim. You say he went in. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sowit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless. Just look at the witness's face. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard no. I mean, I saw. Whoa, he just throws toothpaste. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Give him death. This dude's nuts. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? uh, do I? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sweet heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. 1 o'clock, beep. I think it's 8:25. It certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawate heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawate, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha ha ha. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? Can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right, how am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Uh-oh. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sowett. Come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Shit. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sweet. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Uh, sure. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it right. Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course, there is a piece of evidence in the court records that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. I don't know. Also the clock itself, I guess. I don't really know. Excuse me, this proves your claim? How? I can't see what that evidence has to do with the clock. No, that wasn't it. One more chance. Give me just one more chance. All right, Mr. Wright, but time is not on your side. Be quick about it. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The passport? I don't know. I don't think that's right. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Oh, it is it. When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Swit, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Order, I say. Well, This case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty. Woohoo! We solved our first case. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Sweet was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sweet let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sweet grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find, and took her out. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. What's wrong with this guy? Good, wait, no, I mean bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent. Harry Butz. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. The clock? A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry? Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him. Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Something that proves how much she cared about him. Not that. Maybe one of these two? What's this? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry, and she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Oh, yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Uh-oh. The end. All right, so it's a brand new episode, but we're going to save that for next time. So that was fun, but a lot of reading. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.